All right, guys, it is time. I've been putting this video off for a minute. Let's talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day. Everything that you should be knowing about this movie coming up, because Sony's not doing any marketing, but I will. I'll be doing it. Sorry, excuse that. But yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day. I hyped for this to come out. However, it's been very clear that there's not a lot of marketing out there for this movie. You know, it's March, and we're a little bit of ways from the movie, which is supposed to be in July. That's not too long from now. That's about 4 months. And normally, if you're making a movie, you want to try to, make people excited for it. Start you just want to start promoting it 6 months prior to its release date. But Sony isn't like that with Spider-Man. I don't know why. I just don't know why. Back with No Way Home, they dropped the trailer 4 months before the movie came out. And that was just kind of it was bizarre. It was bizarre. I keep saying this. I think the trailer will come out in this month in March. So that way we're at least 4 months away and we start getting some promotion. So just be aware that could be a possibility. Don't tie me down to a table and threaten my life just because I said that. I didn't say. I don't have any sources. I don't have anything like that to confirm that it will be this month. I'm just saying that is my best bet. If it is, then you can share this around and be like, this guy knows stuff, he's cooking. That would be appreciated. That'd be awesome. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about Brand New Day. What is going to be in this film? There's not a lot of information about who the main villain is going to be in this movie. However, because there's been so many rumors about so many different villains that are supposed to be in this movie, but I'm just going to go down the list. I'm going to tell you exactly what we got. We're going to have Tombstone. We're going to have Boomerang. We're going to have Scorpion. The one from Homecoming post-credit scene, which is pretty exciting. And finally, we're getting a payoff for that. And then we're also getting, what's his name? Arachnid, I think. I don't know. I'm gonna put a text there if I get the name wrong. And then apart from that, some other characters that we will be having is going to be the Incredible Hulk, which is played by Mark Ruffalo. And we're going to have Frank Castle, the Punisher, in this, which is going to be interesting. I don't know what role he will be playing in this movie, but seeing Spider-Man and the Punisher interacting with each other is going to be surreal for me because I'm a huge fan of both of the characters, and they're night and day differences. So it's really just exciting to see why the Punisher will be in this movie. And then we're also going to have, but there's just been conflicting reports, the actress Sadie Sink will also be in this movie. We just don't know what her role is. Recently, there has been conflicting reports about her possibly being Jean Grey. There's still not solid ground for us to be even saying that. From the leaked trailer that I saw that got put out on the internet a while ago, it doesn't seem like she's gonna be Jean Grey. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I think the reason people are running with this rumor is because they said that she will be playing a very important role and that she would come back for Secret Wars. That's allegedly what we've been told. So honestly, it's up in the air what her role is going to be, but we're going to have to wait and see until at least we get a trailer, if they even put her in a trailer. If not, we're going to have to wait till the movie within itself. Not so much a character, but a group will be in this movie. Will be the Hand, the Hand from Daredevil and Iron Fist that they've already showed up before in the MCU. They will be in this. He will probably be fighting them, but I think it will only be in a montage. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be the overarching villain, or I don't know. It's still something to keep on your radar, so that way you know that they're going to be in the movie. Now, with this movie, Spider-Man and the Hulk will be going versus each other. However, the context is still unknown of exactly what's going to happen. I can't remember if it was the photographer of the movie or if it was the cinematographer. They made a mood board on Pinterest of Hulk and Spider-Man, and that just kind of solidified that Hulk was even going to be in this movie. But it also shows they're supposed to be fighting each other at one point in this movie. So that is something to keep in mind. Hopefully that's going to be good whenever it does happen. I'm so hyped. Now, another thing that hasn't really been covered, but it is something to bring up because I'm kind of hyped for this if it does happen. But from the leaked trailer that came out a while ago, it did show that Peter was going to have organic web shooters. Now, I know this has been a huge debate amongst Spider-Man fans for years now. whether or not Spider-Man should have organic web shooting or he should have the web shooters. Me personally, I like them both. I like that he can have the web shooters to show his intelligence of what he can really do, but also I really do like him having organic web shooters because it just makes sense from like Spider-Man's name that he should be able to shoot webs. Like that I feel like that should be included within his power set. That's my personal hot take. I don't care if nobody else likes it, but that's just me. It shows in the trailer that he might be getting organic web shooters, and that's due to an evolutionary cause. And that's another reason why Bruce Banner will probably show up in this film, is because Spider-Man was bitten by a radioactive spider. He would have to ask the guy that was made from gamma radiation a question, regarding what radiation could do, especially to mutate him as a person, if it could go any further. At least that's what I feel. I feel like that's a connection. I don't know, maybe he's this college professor that, that Peter goes to, and, he's teaching there and they meet up. But yeah, organic web shooters can be a possibility from this. I need to know your thoughts on it. Me personally, if you really want to know, this is going to be a hot take. I think it's going to be a good thing if he does get the organic web shooters, because in the first trilogy, he already had the mechanical web shooters, which did highlight, his intelligence and whatnot, the fact that he could refill them and whatnot. It was true to the very, like, first Spider-Man, right? That was true to it. They were sticking to that. However, now that we're in a new trilogy, Tom Holland said that, in a sense that this is going to be a brand new Spider-Man, brand new start. It's going to be a brand new day. You see what I did there? That was lame? All right, whatever. But yeah, no, he did say that tonally these are going to feel different from the previous trilogy, which makes sense because he's an adult now. He's completely on his own, doesn't have any friends. And I feel like with wanting to feel different, I think it's important to also put characters, I can't think of the word, but like just make him experience something new. And I think going from the mechanical web shooters to organic for Tom Holland specifically works really well. I think it works uniquely for him just because we can have the best of both worlds. Like, we've already had Andrew Garfield where he has the web shooters, and we had Tobey Maguire where he had the organic. But what if we had Tom Holland just experience both? To me, that makes him even more interesting as a Spider-Man and sets him so much more apart between Andrew and Tobey, and makes him so unique. He's gonna be the most unique Spider-Man to date. That's just me. I think it's a great idea. Honestly, I might be the only one really liking this idea. I think that's a bit of a shame, but I'm excited for that. Honestly, I'm hoping he does have the organic web shooters. That's just me though. Okay, and one other thing, this isn't necessarily about Spider-Man Brand New Day itself. Spider-Man will not be in Doomsday. At least Tom Holland Spider-Man will not be. More than likely, supposedly, not confirmed, but supposedly it'll be Tobey Maguire actually in Doomsday rather than Tom Holland Spider-Man. So there's not a lot of solidarity to that rumor. It is still something to take with a grain of salt, but I think it comes from reliable enough sources that it doesn't seem illegitimate, or it does, like, the idea itself doesn't seem too crazy for that to happen. That being said, since he won't be in Doomsday, and also this movie is supposed to be taking place right in the middle of Doomsday, or something like that, really weird, before Secret Wars for sure. Between Secret Wars and the end of Brand New Day, he should be getting the Black Symbiote. We should be seeing that storyline pretty soon. That's just from what I've heard. He will be getting this Black Symbiote suit. I think it'll make more sense for him to get it in Secret Wars, but I also wouldn't be mad if he got it towards the end of the movie, because the Black Symbiote really shouldn't be part of the storyline for Brand New Day, just because we already have so much going on, and we should strictly just focus on Spider-Man, and then once we get to Secret Wars, we can focus on the Black Symbiote, and then from there, it could leak over into the remaining 2 movies in the new trilogy. That's what we got going on for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Not a lot brand new information, I know, but it is still information that I think people should be knowing. This is all stuff that I've seen. This is all stuff that I've read. This is all stuff that is out there, and I just kind of wanted to condense it and put it in somewhere so people can be able to digest this and just listen if they don't know what's exactly going on. So be aware, be ready. Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm calling it now. We are getting a trailer this month. But it probably won't be until the the 20th or something. I'm just saying. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Yeah, guys, that's really gonna be about it for today's video. It was a bit of a rambling mess. I know. I say that every time just because I feel like I do ramble on and I don't really have concise and straightforward thought. But at the very least, I just kind of wanted to come on here, let y'all know what's going on, what the information that I know, the information you should be knowing for this movie coming out. And I'm hoping that you guys are just as excited as I am, because, you know, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, so I'm way too hyped. But yeah, thank you for listening to me yap. Let me know in the comments if you know any more information that I might have missed. And yeah, just, you know, I love responding to the comments. For me, it's a huge thing to like see everybody commenting on my videos, so that way I have like a sense of community and just kind of going back and forth with you. I love shooting the shit. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for listening to me yap.